Hey guys, it's the Starburst Ninja here, and welcome to the very first episode on the server Terrascape. Now this is a server on the bedrock version of Minecraft, and it's hosted by the Wired Spider. He's doing his own series on his channel, which I'll post a link to down below so you can go check it out. So even though this is my first recording for Terrascape, this definitely isn't my first day on the server. But as you can see here, I haven't exactly done very much. When we started making the plans for this server, I decided that I really wanted to work in the Badlands this time. Mostly because I like working with terracotta, but I forgot how much I'm not a big fan of this biome itself. All of the projects that I started to work on, I just quickly grew tired of them, I guess is the best way to put it. They just didn't capture my interest like they would normally do, so they kind of fizzled out before they even really got started. Since I figured I'm going to be recording anyways from now on, I thought it would be a really good time to start over in a new location. Luckily, I already know where we're gonna go next. Before we do that though, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of what I've done around here so far. So I didn't have to go very far before I found my very first mine shaft in this biome. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out to have as many resources as I would like it to have. I did manage to find a bunch of cobwebs and mine carts and mine rails down here, and then I also found a couple of name tags and a book enchantment, but that was pretty much it. I was just about to give up on this place when I came across a pretty lucky find. We're gonna go through this door, close it behind us, and you can already see them, but I came across my first skeleton spawner. So just to clarify, this isn't my design. I got the idea for this mob farm through Waddles on YouTube. His design is pretty simple. You just gotta have a couple of hours to spare in order to do it right. So all I have to do is just hit them once and just collect the XP from it. And occasionally, when these get filled up, I do have to go through and pull from it to make more room. So any armor that I find that I don't need, I can throw it into a furnace to collect nuggets. And if it has enchantments on it, I have a grindstone down here that I can use to disenchant it and get the XP from it before throwing it into the furnace. So the next thing I want to show you is going to be my personal mine. The design for my mine is pretty simple. It's just a 3 wide corridor all the way down as long as I need it. And then I dig out about 100 blocks in either direction. This way I can get a bunch of resources and try kind of keep it nice and orderly. I also get plenty of slimes this way, so there's always a lot of slime balls to go around. The last thing I want to show you is going to be our ink farm that I've created way over here. This design for the ink farm was created by Silent Whisperer over on YouTube. Be sure to go check out the tutorial because it's pretty easy to do. You just have to have a ton of resources. And I think that I can still technically make this mob farm even bigger by extending it a chunk in any direction. Also, to get better drops, it's better for you to completely wall it in underneath, and then to use a dry sponge to soak up all the water and get rid of any mobs underneath. I just didn't take the time to do that. It is definitely still something I plan on doing. And how this farm will work is that as long as I am a certain distance away, either up, or I think it can even work if I were to go over here a little bit, it should only spawn squid in these barriers. Once the squid spawns, it immediately gets sucked down to the bottom because of the magma blocks and dies, and then anything that it drops should be collected by the hoppers underneath it and then dropped into a little storage system I have right here. And once again, it's not exactly the most efficient way. In order to make it more efficient, I have to go underneath the farm and get rid of any mobs that are hiding underneath it. I do still get a lot of the ink from it that I can sell in my shop, and I sometimes just trade it for things that I actually need. Like I did when I needed more rockets from Wired Spider.
Hi.
Hello. Okay.
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm just, almost out of rockets again, and
Oh
moving
yeah.
to moving to
Here
a
you
new.
go.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. So hang up. I was gonna be all cool and such, and just like I have 8 ink sacks here. So can I just do an IOU or something? I don't.
Wait. You said you have. Wait, you have eight?
I
You
have
eight
eight
stacks?
eight stacks. 8 stacks. No, I have 8 ink sacks
Oh,
altogether.
okay.
This is one, two,
What?
three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. That's all you get.
Um, I see more in your hand.
I don't know what you're talking about. Those are
I,
potatoes.
I.
It's clearly a potato. It is clearly a potato.
Ooh, okay. All right. I like this a whole lot better. That is
And
beautiful. I want to discuss this
uh-oh.
sign you left here for me.
Oh dear. It's Stanley Bo
Um,
Bailey. You named the llama
that's an amazing name, and I'm absolutely gonna go with that. But I think you deserve the right of naming them.
Do I? Okay,
You
where's your...
do 100%.
Okay.
Oh, it's already set up. It's ready to go.
Oh, it's already done? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Boop.
Look at that.
Now,
That is perfect.
the spider gave us way more rockets than what I was anticipating, so I definitely have to repay him back for those. He was also really kind enough to give us some diamond equipment armor that we are sorely missing because I lost it in the nether. So we'll definitely owe him a favor sometime in the future. That's pretty much all I need to show you of what I've done so far in this server. Now we just need to get things together to move to our new area. So our new base actually isn't going to be too far from the squid ink farm, which I know I could have probably just collected everything I needed and then showed you the squid ink farm, but we're gonna do it like this anyways. So for right now, I'm not going to move everything over there just yet. I'm actually going to build the base and then build like a temporary storage system so I can move the majority of our items over there eventually. And then once I get the time to and have it all planned out, I am going to build an actual storage system. That took more time than what I was expecting it to, but I think we're all ready to go. I'm just gonna take this with me so I have one on hand. Also because it's literally carrying everything I need. Then we're gonna head back over to where the squid ink farm was. Okay, there's the farm, and then I believe I just need to go right, I wanna say? Yep, this is the place right here. So, I don't know what happened to the clip before. I was going to explain what we're doing in this little montage, but I guess I forgot to hit record. Oops. Anyways, I plan to build my home on top of this hill that we are currently working on. However, it's going to need a little bit of help. The top bit is way too small, I think, to build on, so I need to kind of smooth it out. So we are going to do a little bit of terraforming. Don't worry, I will be replanting the trees. I just need to be able to see what I'm doing. It turns out, though, that this little project was going to be more work than what I thought it was going to be, so I had to go back to get more materials from the Badlands base. And I didn't want to cover up the ravine either that was sitting close to where the house is, or where it's going to be, so I had to get a little creative with the hill. I made a big stone wall to cut it off before it got too close, and I'm going to add in some extra things to kind of give it some life. We'll go back and add in some different textures for the walls and things, and so I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Okay, so that took longer than what I thought it was going to. and it's still not quite done. I just can't work on this anymore. I need to switch over to something new, or I'm going to lose my mind. So this hill went through several different changes before I started to like the way it looked. And as you can see, this back bit right here is not complete whatsoever. Oof, a little bit of damage. But yeah, like I said, I kind of got a little lazy and did a bit of a stone wall along this, but I think it turned out to look really nice. I didn't do all stone, of course. Here you can see that I've added in a couple of different blocks to add some texture. And then I decided to put these leaves that kind of drape over it, kind of giving it an overgrown look, with some vines behind it that I'll come back and clean up just a little bit. And then I think one of my favorite little bits right now is this water feature, this little bitty pond I've got right here. I think it looks really nice. Also, during the process of this, and I think you can hear them, I may not have lit up the inside of this as much. I, of course, did not spend a lot of time to fill it in as I went. I just basically did the outer shell of it, and then I think I may go back in to this and do a little bit of lighting. Oh, you can't even see it. So at least I did do too wide in most situations here. Also, while I've been doing this, I managed to tame up these two rules, and I haven't given them names yet. I'm not sure what I want to name them actually just yet, so we'll come back to this. But then I also got this donkey, and to make sure that he didn't despawn or anything, I put him in this little kennel. So the next thing that we're going to work on is the actual house itself right here. As you can see, I've kind of got the floor, well, not the floor plan, but the outer shell of it planned out. So I put down this diorite, but do not worry, I am not using diorite in my build. It was just the only block I had on me at the time. And I've got this pond right next to it, which I really want to keep, but I think I'm going to probably push it out a little bit so it's not right up against the house. Alright, so now we're going to get started on this new build. And once again, this is taking a lot longer than what I thought it was going to. It's actually close to 2 o'clock in the morning right now, so forgive me if I sound really, really tired. Also, I'm not a big fan of the way the camera's looking right now. I was wanting to do like a second person point of view for this time lapse, but really couldn't do that just yet, so we're just sticking to the first person point of view. Until I can think of a better way to do this right now in the bedrock version of Minecraft. So, as far as the build goes, I wanted to do a cabin type build since it is going to be at the edge of the woods. But I was kind of lacking on ideas, so I just, did what anybody does when they're building and they can't figure out a good design. I just Googled it. And I found this picture online that I absolutely love. It's of a cabin, and first off, it's huge, so I definitely downsized it a lot. And, but what I loved about it so much was that the front part of it jutted out slightly to create this really cool window. And I tried to recreate that here. May not exactly do it justice, but I do like the way that it looks. The only problem with it was just trying to figure out how to do the roofs was really, really hard, and I freaking hated it so much. I'm still not exactly happy with how it turned out. I probably will go back and do it over again several times until I can figure out the way that I want it. So it's the next day since I've recorded that clip, and I've listened to it. I sound so tired, probably should not have stayed up so long to do this, but I am glad that it's now done for the most part. Just going to add in a floor, and then we will have to work on decorating it later, I think. I'm gonna pick up these grass blocks here. And we're gonna add in a stone floor. And I've also got some cracked stone too, to kind of give it a little bit more extra detail. I just had an Enderman spawn in my house, and now it's outside. That's weird. Ooh. Hello? Okay. I'm gonna go to bed real quick. Okay, I'm gonna add in a couple more cracked ones since I made extras. And I think that's pretty much it. So now we're gonna get an aerial view of the house. And it looks really good. I like it. Like I said, though, I am still not a fan of these roofs. And they're definitely probably going to change. I think maybe a couple of upside down stairs would make it look a lot better. And I may extend the roof to kind of give it a little bit more of a curved appeal, I guess. And see how that looks. This just looks terrible. I'm probably going to take this down and try again. I think I've extended the roof a little bit too much in my personal opinion. I'm going to take care of that off camera though, probably before the next episode. And we of course still need to do something about this pond right here. I don't want to get rid of it. I just need to move it, I guess. The last thing I want to do before we end this episode is a little bit of terraforming so that it doesn't look as bland anymore. So I did get these spruce saplings after I destroyed the forest, so I guess the first thing I could do is replant some of these. Also, I need to clear out a pathway, probably going in a curved direction down the hill, and then that will lead over the ravine, which means I will eventually need to make a bridge too, because I obviously don't want to have to go all the way around the ravine every time I need on the other side of this. So I went idle on the game for about 10 minutes, and I guess it got dark because when I came back, my pond is full of drowned now. So that's great. Maybe it's not such a good thing to have water so close to the house. Alright, so I took out the bottom layer of planks right here and replaced them with barrels. So I have a temporary storage. Just have to go back and get everything and bring it in here. And I'm really going to have to be careful about swinging my axe when I'm in here, because I could really mess up my house this way. I'm going to put a barrel here on top of a fence post. Oh, I said on top of a fence post. There we go. And that kind of looks like a mailbox. Actually, I might move this out a little bit so it's not connecting to this block. That's better. Next, to get a little bit of division between the first floor and the top floor, I'm going to add in spruce planks. So since I made more than what I thought I would need, I'm going to use the rest to cover up my barrels here. Now we're going to add some vines and shrubbery to the front. And we'll just let the vines grow out. Okay, going to fly out and see how this is looking now. Ooh. Okay, I'm liking this pretty well. The path could use a little bit more work. I think I need to curve this a little bit more. And then maybe add some slabs on the way down so I'm not having to hop to get up these steps. But all in all, I think we're pretty much done. That's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time we're going to work on the interior a little bit more, and then I have a couple more other things planned. I'm going to show you what the shopping district looks like, and I hear that Wired Spider has set up a mini game in the shopping district, so we're going to have to go check that out. So if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give us a like and subscribe for more content, because I will be posting more episodes about Terrascape pretty soon. So stay in tune. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.